Alright you guys, welcome back to part 28.5 of my random reclassing round here of Fire Emblem the Shadow Dragon. Today we will be randomly reclassing our fresh recruits here that we got in the last chapter. Dolph, Magellan, Thomas, Boa and Midia here. And please do remember Spring 1899 and Faulty, if you do not like whatever your characters turn into here, you can just tell me so down there in the, YouTube comment section, and we'll do a second random reclassing at the beginning of the 29th episode there. So, yeah, that's how we're gonna handle it. And also, let's say, like, for example, Dolph turns into a curate. Well, then, if you random reclass him again, Faulty, then the curate will just be struck from the, spinning wheel there. So you won't see that particular class popping up again. But yeah, with all of that out of the way, with all the bureaucracy and red tape is out of the way, I should say, let's head on in here and look up his classes. He can either become a knight, or stay one, I should say, a knight, mercenary, fighter, hunter, pirate, and a dark mage. Okay, so let us switch on out here and fill these classes in. Knight, hunter, pirate, I remember seeing dark mage, fighter merc, yeah, that's right, fighter and merc. That's it. So let's spin the wheel, let's see what Faulty will get here. Well, a fighter it seems. Okay, well, good thing it didn't stop there at dark mage, that would have been bad. Okay, so Dolph, you will be turned into a fighter, which ain't too bad there, in all honesty. Like, the fighter class is actually a solid one for Dolph here. I think I'm just gonna show off his, fighter growths there on screen so you guys get to see. I do believe he has like 90% health growth as this class, and like a 55 or 60% strength growth. It's actually disgusting how strong Dolph is as a fighter. And here's the kicker, he still has like 15% defense growth, even as a fighter 2, I believe. Which normally whenever a character switches into a fighter, they typically have 0% defense growth, because, just of how little defense you get as this class. So yeah, Dolph is actually a solid fighter here, once again. And yeah, personally I would not mind Faulty if he stays as a fighter, but you know what, it's your character, so please do raise your voice if you want to switch him up here by the time we reach the next episode. Now then, Magellan, can you become anything interesting? He has the exact same classes here, I believe. Okay, well, knight, merc, fighter, hunter, pirate, dark mage, the exact same classes, what the heck. Well, you know what, back to the wheel we go. Wouldn't it be funny if this guy too ends up as a fighter? Okay, let's see. Oh, well, oh my god. Is he actually... Oh, well, he got it. He got the hunter class, the one that Faulty actually wants. Well, you know what, that is trolley. That is actually trolley. Actually, we might just cut back here. I honestly forgot to switch the view here, so yeah, I'm gonna have to redo this part. So yeah, Magellan is now a hunter. This is what it's gonna look like. He lost a lot of defense, but his skill and speed ain't bad. He can actually work as one, and I've lost a lot of my fighters here, so I honestly wouldn't mind training him. But first, before I do, I definitely am gonna need to go and look up his growths here. But yeah, there you go. Magellan is a hunter. And then, next up, Thomas. Thomas Cat. He can become, either an archer, myrmidon, mage, curate, cavalier. Okay, well, honestly, I wouldn't mind if he turned into a cavalier there. But, let's see. Let's activate the wheel. And we're gonna remove all of these options. Archer, curate, mage, and cavalier. And I forget the remaining ones. Myrmidon. Was that the last one? Yeah, the last one was Myrmidon. Myrmidon. And I'm just gonna double check. Mage, Curate, Cavalier, Archer. Yeah, okay, everything is in place. Let's spin the wheel. And he turns into a... Ah, well, that's sad. Into a freaking mage. Yeah, well... Well, oh well, he's a mage now. A sucky one at that. There you go. Happy now, Thomas?
Happy. No.
You better be. Or something, I don't know what I'm even saying. Okay, boo-wah, what can you become then? He can either stay as a bishop, which is what I personally hope he stays as. He can also turn into a Draco Knight, which... Yeah, you know, he does get nice bases here, but you also gotta remember, he will actually have a 0% strength growth as a Draco Knight, so in the long term it's not gonna work out. Neither will a Paladin, or Sniper, or, well, anything else here. Like, the only options he's really got is Sage or Bishop. So odds are very high here that I'm just gonna bench him, depending on what he rolls into, you know, but, you know, yeah. It's just the, well, the bromance of the... randomizer settings here or something, you know, you gotta follow the code here. But yeah, Sage, Bishop, Draco. Sage, Bish, go, and Draco. And then we had Paladin, Sniper, Swordmaster. Palad, Sniper, Swords. Okay, and I believe those are all classes. Yes, indeed. So, let's spin the wheel. And he turns into a Paladin. Very nice. Okay, so he's ruined. Completely ruined Bua here. Well, you know what? Just whatever, I guess. Just what the heck ever. That's such a shame. Like, yeah, I'm never gonna be able to use him. Like, he has really solid bases, granted, once again, you know, but... Yeah, there's just no freaking way he will ever work. He's actually... Yeah, he's looking about, well, actually even a little bit more impressive than Midia. That's actually a little bit messed up. He's like 90 years old. What the hell, Midia? Okay, you know what? We're gonna need to step your game up here in a bit, girl. But, let's see here. Midia. Paladin, Sniper, Swordmaster, Sage, Bishop... Oh, a Bishop too? I did not, When I looked her up on the wiki there, I think, or I thought I only saw either the Sage or the Bishop class there, but no, apparently she has both. Okay, well, that's interesting. But yeah, let's see here. Paladin, Sniper, Swordmaster. Paladin, Sniper. Oh, wait. Swordmaster. Is everything here the same as the last guy? As Bua, I mean. It kinda is looking like it. Yeah, Sage, Bishop, Draco, Paladin, Sniper. Yeah, it's the exact same as Bua. Well, what the heck, let's just spin the wheel. Okay, Midia. Well, Draco Flyer, not bad. Not bad at all. The only thing that kind of sucks here is she'll have a defense growth of 15%, I want to say, which is not great. But, on the plus side, surely she can get some good new base stats here as a Draco Rider. Well, she does get some additional physical defense and strength, but she loses out on health here. Well, it's not all bad. I do believe her HP growth is the same as before too. And strength, yeah, strength dipped by 5%, and defense too, as I just said. I think her speed growth is actually at 65%, if I remember correctly, though, as a Draco Knight, which, yeah, basically is gonna ensure that she becomes insanely quick. But honestly, I think the Paladin class is better for her. But at the very least, you know, like this, we finally have a flyer that actually has decent growths, you know, that fits it. Which, yeah, that is very nice. But, yeah, this is what she's gonna be for now, unless Spring wants to reclass her. And boy, oh boy, look at this. This would actually be kind of fun to try out too. As a Swordmaster, she would have ridiculous skill and speed. And also, I believe her health growth as a Swordmaster is at 90%, believe it or don't. It's actually the highest as a Swordmaster, which I don't know why that is, but it just is. However, I do think her defense growth like sinks down to 10% as the Swordmaster, but yeah. Overall, though, this is not a bad class either, you know, aside from the fact that she can only use swords, but yeah. But there you go. These are the classes we're gonna stick with for now, and in between this and the next episode, I'm just gonna fix up everybody's inventory here now, and then when we come back, well, we'll see what Faulty and Spring thought of the reclassing here, and we'll see whether or not they want to, well, spin the wheel again for both Midia and Dolph here. So, yeah. Thank you guys so very much for watching. When we get back, I'll fix up all the inventories here, or everybody's inventory, holy crap. And, yeah, we'll just have to take it from there, you know, whether or not we can keep on going. Just whatever. I cannot, for the life of me, do a proper outro. See you guys next time.